already have had a glimpse of the recording that was shared. I just want to pause for a second. Annie, would you like to record the session from your side?
Yes, Di, I've already started the recording. I'm just going to stop the transcribing.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so on the call, I've got myself, Diana Robertson. I'm the head of education at the IIE MSA campus. I've got Annie, who is the lead academic or head academic on the online campus. And we have Demi on the call who will give a proper introduction in a bit. But we are here just to give some context around the Code4Kids robotics and coding initiative that we are running as an online self-paced program. Demi, I'm going to hand over directly to you just for the sake of time, but just for some context around who you are and more or less to tap in and see if the students were able to connect with the video that was shared, and perhaps you'd be the correct person to answer all the questions. Okay,
Awesome.
over
Thank you
to you.
so much, Diana. Really appreciate it. So, good evening, everybody. Like Diana mentioned, I'm Demi. I'm part of the Code for Kids team, and my role is basically to ensure teacher success. So, what that basically means is that I'm responsible for making sure that teachers or student teachers like yourself are comfortable and confident using the Code for Kids platform. So so this initiative with the IIE group, both Varsity College and MSA, has been really a great opportunity because it allows you as future teachers to get first-hand knowledge of what schools are doing with coding and robotics. So I'm hoping you all managed to watch the recording that was shared with you. That recording basically will take you through the dashboard as a whole, how you are going to see it as a student. You've all been signed up as students. You've gotten the link. I'll share that link with you in the chat again. So for anybody who maybe missed it or didn't grab it, I'm going to share the link in the chat with you. That's the link you're going to use to access the dashboard. Your username is going to be your full name. Now, when you signed up for this coding and robotics initiative or the coding club at your campus, well, online, you're not on a campus, my bad. You would have provided your details, your name, your surname. If you provided a middle name, then that's what you would have, that's what we use to create your username. Your password for everybody is coding or lowercase. Pop to that in the chat as well. And this is right. This is throughout. So for everybody, your password is coding. Now, if you are having any troubles logging in, I know a lot of you have already logged in. You would have already seen the dashboard. But if you're having any troubles logging in, please contact Annie. She will be able to assist you. She'll pass you on to me, and I will be able to assist with your logins. So, what we want to do today, and I really am going to stop talking in a minute, is give you the opportunity to ask any questions that you have about the dashboard. Obviously, you haven't had the opportunity to do the following along with me. So I'm hoping you did that with the video. And any questions you have, now is the time. And Tiffany, I'm going to let you start.
Hi everyone, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for hosting the session. I actually just have two questions. So, first one, I'd like to know, is there perhaps a deadline we are working towards in order to complete this course? Because I see it's quite a lot of modules and content to get through. And I've seen Diana's onboarding session video stating that from the 1st of October, we are meant to start the actual course, which I think it's quite a short space of time to complete everything.
Yeah.
And then the second question I'd like to
Okay.
know.
Can I answer that one first and then you go on to
Okay,
the second?
yes, yes,
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Thank you.
I don't wanna lose track to on that. Okay. So yes, you will be starting on the 1st of October. We've done that. You have access already. So you can start at any time. If you've got the time now, you're more than welcome to jump in and get started. But we're starting the pilot program as of the 1st of October to accommodate the students that are doing teaching prac. Um, it is a lot of modules, but you don't have to complete all of them. So I'm not sure if you've received the list of the modules as yet, but you will receive it. Essentially, what we're looking at, and I'm just going to pop my screen share up for you.
Demi, sorry, this is
yeah.
Annie. I didn't share the list with them yet. I was planning to do it after the session, so you can go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you, Annie. Okay, so this is all the modules. It is a lot. I mean, a lot of schools take a year to get through like 4 of these modules with a couple of projects. So there's no way in 3 months we're going to expect you to do this. So the pilot program is going to run from the 1st of October right until the end of December. You have until the 31st of December, if not a little bit in January as well. That's where we're going to run. That's when we're going to run the pilot. In January, we'll get you back and we'll ask for your feedback. We'll ask you to share a bit about how it was working on this, suggestions, things like that. So that's your timeline that we have. In terms of the projects that we're looking at for you to complete, it's going to be this top row, just the first 4 here. So you've got My First Website, which is going to be lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. You've got Test the Dog, lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. You've got Keep the Robot, lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you've got the data manipulation with spreadsheets, lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. In addition to that, we're also going to ask you to complete one project of your choosing from My First Website. So there is a range of projects here. We'd like you to complete one project, any one of your choosing. And then you're also going to be completing the Test the Dog project. So it's essentially 16 lessons, which each lesson has been designed to be completed in an hour. And this is now working at a student pace. So as a teacher, you might work through it a little bit faster, except for one lesson. There's one, the very first My First Website lesson was designed for 2 hours. So you're looking at about 17 hours on just the lessons. And then you've got the 2 projects that you're going to need to complete. So overall, I would estimate a maximum of about 20 hours that you should be putting in, or a minimum at least. But really, we would like you to use as much as the platform as possible. This that I've just explained to you is the required amount that we need you to get through. But a lot of, especially with the PGCE students, if you're teaching the higher grades, I would love for you to explore some of the other modules, like the drone courses. Our high school students love the drone courses. So that's My First Drone and the Drone Operator. So I'd love for you to go and play around with that and have a look at that. Okay, I hope that answered the question. And then you can go with your second question.
Yes, it did. Thank you so much. The second question I have is how would this course be accredited? Would it be added to our transcripts or would we get a separate certificate after completion?
Okay, so after this program, you will, once you've completed in January next year, you will receive a certificate from Code4Kids to say that you have completed the Code4Kids training that we've done with you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. That's all from my side.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for questions. Are there any other questions that you might have for me?
Demi, is this not also registered with SACE?
Oh, yes. So this program, the Code4Kids training is SACE accredited. What we are recommending that you do, though, is that once you get that certificate from us on your SACE dashboard, so when you register for SACE, you get access to a dashboard, and on that dashboard, you can log things that you have done to your professional development. So any certificates that you've done, any extra workshops you attend, any trainings that you do, you can go and log that directly on your SACE profile. So that's what we're encouraging you to do. Once you get that certificate from us, you can go and you can upload that certificate and say that you have done this training and it is SACE accredited. Cool. Any other questions for me? This is really your chance. I want you to use this. I know it's a short half an hour session, but I really want you to use the session and ask as many questions as possible. We will also host some check-ins. Those will be scheduled until and you'll be given ample notice about when these check-ins are going to happen. But this is your chance to ask questions. If at any point you're working on any of the content and you find, oh, I'm a little bit stuck, or I'm not sure, or I don't know how to do this, please feel free to contact Annie and she will either help you herself, otherwise get in contact with me and I will be able to help you with that. And that's whether we jump on a quick call and we go through some of the content, or I do screenshots in an email reply to you. So please don't wait for these check-ins. If you've got a problem, like, rather let us know immediately and we'll help you the best that we can. Cool. Any questions? Yeah, Esther.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So this is, as you said, like the pilot. So is
Yeah.
it possible for us to do further training then, as well, like with the other things that we won't be covering, and how will we go about that?
Okay. Great question. So yes, this is a pilot. We are trying to see the value in Code4Kids and how we can work with the IIE campuses to bring this to their students. What we have got in the plans is for next year. And this is really, this is not confirmed as yet. It's all still in the planning phase, is that we do want to introduce Code4Kids to education students, whether it's the first year or the second year. We're going to still work out all those details. What you are seeing here is our older dashboard. So we, and when I say older, I don't mean it's ancient. We are in the process at Code4Kids of launching a CAPS-aligned curriculum for grade arts all the way up to grade 9s, which will launch in January next year. We're starting to soft roll out to schools in the meantime, but it will be a hard rollout next year in January. So at that time, there will be opportunity for students to join onto that program, where they'll be able to go through the content, the CAPS aligned content. So this content was designed when CAPS hadn't confirmed their coding and robotics curriculum, and a lot of the modules here and a lot of the courses have the skills and competencies that align to CAPS, but they are not followed in the order and the progression set out in the CAPS curriculum. So that's why the new dashboard, and that's why the alignment in that sense. We will still have many of these courses on our new platform. So yeah, use as much as you can. And to answer your question about going further, there will be opportunity next year. I'm just not sure that confirmed the details. So once those are confirmed, we will pass that along to you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Okay, any other questions?
Demi, I think I've got a question while we wait for the students. May we ask them on the chat just to indicate who of them were able to watch the video so far, just to get a sense, were they able to fit it in? I think they were on teaching experience at the time when the information was shared. Do they still need a bit of time, or were they able to have a glimpse of what you are talking about?
Okay, so just pop it in the chat, just a yes or a no or a thumbs up or a I'm getting to it. Let us know if you were able to watch the video. I think it'll make a lot more sense if you have watched the video. Awesome. I love yes. Cool. We're getting a thumbs up here. Great. So Tiffany, there was a video that was shared with you, which was the onboarding session that we had for the intermediate InterSen phase students, and basically the video is taking you through the dashboard. What you see, so what you're seeing in front of you right now is I've just logged in as an admin. What you would see as a student is very similar. You just only have the courses tab. You don't have any of these additional tabs. So that video takes you through, I think I took them through my first website, tests. I think I showed them KIP and data manipulation. So we've gone through those first 4 courses, the ones that's going to be compulsory for you to complete. I see there are quite a few of not yet that that you haven't watched it. It's not a problem. I'll give you a 10-second summary on that, just so that you don't have to panic and don't have to worry about it. So when you log in onto, thank you, Annie. There you go. There's a recording in the chat. So make sure you grab it, so that you have it. But the idea is I've taken them through the platform. What I want to share with you, so that you don't have to worry about it, is as you open up these lessons, so as you open up each of the courses and you have to go through each of the lessons, you're going to see that there's this watch tutorial video button. This takes you to a video that explains to you how to go about completing this lesson from start to end. So in the video, I'll open up this one. It would have been already completed because I've done it already. But in the video, it walks you through how you're going to start with this first tab, how you're going to go through and you're going to complete it. It then goes on to the second tab, tells you what to do here. It goes on to the third tab, tells you what to do here, and so on and so on. So as you watching the video, you can go ahead and watch the video, pause the video, and go and do that particular page on the platform, or you can watch the entire video and then go and attempt all the different tabs here. So that's what the video is in essence sharing. It's sharing how do you navigate the platform and what are you going to do to complete some of these lessons, how you're going to go about doing that. Okay, so I do encourage you, I know it is very busy time of year, but I do encourage you, when you get the chance, remember, we are only starting the pilot in October, so you don't have to rush through it, but I really would like you to explore it a little bit. Some people like instantly just go onto the dashboard and they kind of figure out how it works and how to navigate it and how to complete it. So if you've gone and you've navigated the dashboard, I see somebody did mention that they did play around on the platform, they browsed the platform. So that's really fine. If you can navigate the platform and you're comfortable with it, then you can skip the video, but that video is there to help you. It's there to assist you, and it's there to make sure that you know how to go about completing the lessons on the platform. Like Annie mentioned, she will share with you the required lessons that you have to complete. So go through that list and then start with those ones. Cool. Tiffany?
So Demi, I'd just like to know, when completing the activities, is there any way on your side that you are tracking our progress, our marking or completion of the task? Because I know when I started on the first one, there was no indication that I actually completed it. So I have no idea how it's being tracked, if that makes sense.
Yes, we do. So we are able, from the teacher side, so all your lecturers have been added as teachers, and from the teacher side, what they can actually go in and do is they can open up a copy of your work. So whatever you've answered, whatever you've completed, they can go and open up an actual copy of it and see exactly how you've gone through the lessons, see how you've answered it, seeing that you have actually answered it, just to track that. What I can say from for your side, to just make sure that you are completing the lessons, when it comes to My First website, Tess and Kip, so those first 3, you are looking for these gray tasks. As long as you are going through and completing the gray tasks, so you'll see it says like on line 6, remove the question mark and write your name. So as soon as you go through and you remove the question mark and write your name, it updates here. So at a glance, I can see that this page is not complete. There's still a lot of question marks going on. I also know, and your lecturers will know this as well as they go through these lessons, that one of the activities here is to change the color of the background. So I can see that the color of the background hasn't been changed. I know that that's not completed. You'll see that task comes here, change the background color. So these are things that we would look for. This tab has nothing to complete. This tab has nothing to complete. Headers, we look for the rainbow colors. So the task here is to make rainbow colors from header 1 to header 6. So that's what we would be looking for. And then on the new country, you're going to be creating your new country. You will see all the question marks have been filled in. So that's what you are looking for as a student, going through these tabs. Go through all the tasks, look at the tasks, complete the tasks. As long as you are doing that, you will be completing the activities. And if you miss out one thing, or if one part of the activity we can see you maybe just missed that, it's not going to be penalized for that. You're not going to, if you didn't change the background color, we're not going to say, oh, you didn't complete everything. It's just, we want you to get the most out of this. We want you to go and explore the platform and learn a little bit about coding and robotics there. Cool.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. A question in the chat, what is the time frame to complete the course? So the course is, so it's open from now. You have access from today, and you have from the pilot will run from 1 October until the end of December, till the 31st of December. We'll reconvene in 2025 January to get your feedback on the program. Okay. Any other questions for me?
Okay, it seems as if there are no further questions. I think Annie, you can just advise if I'm correct, but from here onwards, the students will directly communicate with you and work on the platform, and you will set a timeline and check-ins with them as far as to support them through. And Demi, as you mentioned, all those contacts and questions or queries that come up will be directed to you. And so we're hoping that the students will use this time, that the platform is open to explore as much as they can, enjoy the space. And regarding certificates and how we conclude the program, Annie and the team will discuss and communicate back to each campus that's participating. I think there was one more hand that popped up, or Annie, is it you?
Lungile,
Okay.
you have?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Is it correct to assume that our work is automatically saved on the
Yes.
website?
Yes,
Okay.
100%, 100% correct.
Yeah, because I did not see any save option. So yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah, good question though. 100%, your work is automatically saved. So as you're working, as soon as you actually start typing any bit of code, you'll see that it updates on the visual. And then when you get to levels like test the dog, as soon as you start writing code, it basically will run again. It will start at the start position to run the code. So it all automatically gets saved as soon as you type. As soon as you start typing, it automatically saves. Good question, though.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
And that's also awesome
Annie,
to
you can
know.
go.
It's awesome to see and that the students have started and dived into the content. So that's refreshing. Thanks everyone who has looked at the videos and have started. We are excited for you, and we're looking forward to the feedback. Annie, you might go.
Yes, Di, I would just like to add to what you were saying about the light touch base sessions that we're going to have. So I'll share the dates with you, but so far I'm looking at the 17th of September, 22nd of October, and the 5th of November. It will not clash with your classes. I've arranged it to be before or after your sessions with your lecturers as well. It's just to get together to ask you how you are doing and if you're feeling stuck. But like Di and Demi said, you're more than welcome to reach out to us if you have any further questions. Demi, I know there was a couple of students that attended the session late. Could you perhaps just quickly show them again what they need to do, or what is expected of them during, you know, these 3 months, the 4 modules?
Yeah. Okay, so I'll pop it up for you again. But like I said, this will also be shared with you on email communicate. I'm hoping it's email. But you will get a proper list of it. So you don't have to by heart it, but just so that you know going forward or what's expected of you is you're going to look at this top row of courses. So my first website, Test the Dog, Keep the Robot, and Data Manipulations. My first website, you're going to be expected to complete the first 4 lessons and 1 project of your choosing. So any project of your choosing here, you can go and complete that. Test the Dog, go through and complete again all 4 lessons and project included there. Keep the Robot, you're going to go and complete all 4 lessons. So just all 4 lessons there. You don't have to do the robotics project there. And then data manipulations with spreadsheets, you're going to do all 4 projects, all 4 lessons there. So it's in total 16 lessons and 2 projects that you're going to have to complete. And like I mentioned, they were designed, each lesson was designed to be completed in approximately an hour with students, except for my first website, lesson 1, that's 2 hours. So we're looking at most, I would say, 20 hours that you could be putting in. Obviously, like I said, and I really want to stress this, is if you've got the time, if you've got the capacity to do it, go and explore the other courses. Go and have a look at it. The dashboard is there for you. All the courses have been opened. So really go and explore as much as possible. Cool.
Oh,
And then
thank
I
you.
see we got a few more
Yeah.
minutes before of our scheduled time. If there's any other questions, please, now's your time, go for it and ask. Otherwise, do remember you can reach out to Annie, who will he'll get in contact with me if you have any questions.
So I think there are no further questions. The timeline and the exact modules will be shared again on email. And that I know on a regular basis you'll communicate to the students and you'll stay in touch. Demi, thank you so much for this evening, for availing yourself. Just to summarize again and give us the context one more time. And as you've mentioned, Annie will communicate any queries or support that the students need moving forward. Yeah, so thank you so much. And Annie, thank you from your side as well for coordinating on your side. And should there be any communication needed, we will be in regular contact. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you, Annie.
Thanks,
Thank you, Demi.
everyone.
Thank you, Demi. Thank you,
Bye.
Di. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Thank
Annie,
you.
I think your email.
Yes. I'll quickly add my email here. I
Okay.
have been sending out emails to all of you, but the email address that you have used when you signed up for this course. So if you are not receiving emails from me, I think I've already sent like 6 emails and you haven't received anything from me, please send me a message now so with your correct email address, and I will just add that to the list.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.